Hello there gang, DD DeVere here on another Past Blast, playing a classic game from yesteryear. And today we're playing a little bit of Pandamonium, released way back in 1996. I originally played it on the PlayStation. So let's put it to the test of time, and see if it's passed that test, shall we? So as you see, it's a password system. Now options. There are options of a sort. I'll explain when we get in game. But I can't actually show you them, and you might not even be able to access them. So we have a choice of two characters. We could play Fargus the Jester or Nikki the Acrobat. And trust me, play Nikki. Yes, play with Nikki. She gets the double jump. Fargus just gets this spin thing. Oh, it was a firepower we picked up, the freeze ray. So yes, the options. I've picked up the fireball instead now. Not a problem. Oh, it is now. That didn't go. This hasn't been an auspicious start. Yes, there's a problem with getting to the options. Actually, I don't think I need to come down here. There's nothing down here to have. You press escape to get to them. In theory. You sometimes can get there, or sometimes crash the game. And if I'm using it with my recording software, it will definitely crash the game. The options themselves are your controls. Now at the moment I'm playing this with the Xbox 360 controller, which luckily is mapped out sort of quite well in the grand scheme of things. But you can play with keyboard, not recommended, and you can remap your keys under the options menu. However, they're I did try very briefly with the keyboard, and yeah, not an enjoyable experience. A sort of delay or input lag on them. It's very hard to explain, but they weren't very precise. No, they weren't terrible the way they were mapped to begin off with. It was just A and S were for left and right. Very odd. But I would not recommend playing this without, if you haven't got a controller. It was just a bit too stodgy for its own good. So gameplay wise, well, I mean, it's your classic 2.5D scroller. Lots of sort of funky little camera angles going on, because it was all very new at the time, you see. Oh, come on, really? Sometimes, even with the controller, there's a slight delay or issue with the pressing the double jump thing. It sometimes fires perfectly fine, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes you just really have to spam the jump button to get it. So, yes, it's not completely perfect. But yes, this is your classic 2.5D platformer, in which you collect your gems, which is every 300 gets you a new life, so that's worth going for. Outside of that, yeah, it doesn't do anything particularly outstanding. Visuals are nice and bright. And we're talking of visuals, the one good thing is this is N-Glide. This is an N-Glide wrapper playing this. So if you go into where you downloaded the game. Oh, come on, see there, that's the double jump again. I hit the double thing, and sometimes makes it more frustrating than it need to be. Yes, you can run the N-Glide wrapper, and you can actually get it to. How did that? Yes. And run in modern resolutions, which is nice. That's something that's quite good. So that was definitely something. So yes, this does support modern resolutions, which is why it looks a lot better than it would do otherwise back in its native 360p or whatever it would have been. Which would not be very pleasurable at all. But outside of that, yeah, it's just that slight, sometimes clumpiness to the controls. And unreliability of the double jump. I don't need that now, I'll leave that there as a spare in case things go wrong again. But yeah, I mean, the visuals are quite nice and crisp. Very colourful. The music's all bouncy. But there's another problem. For this is the PC version. I had to go and check against a the PlayStation version, check somebody was playing it on YouTube, you actually had more dynamic music in the PlayStation version. You got a couple of tracks per level. In the PC version, for some reason, you only get the one track per level. That's a bit cheap, unfortunately. It's worth collecting the... try to get as many gems as you can as well, because we get a bonus level at the end to collect extra stuff. Oh, that's it. I've missed it now. I can't get to the good... There's two types of bonus level. I now can only get the crap one. Oh. So yes, it's here for example the music should change if it's the PlayStation version, but as you can hear, it's definitely still the same track. So that's a bit of a swizz. I'm stuffing this up because I've got my double time. I want to get my extra. I want to get those quality gems as quick as I can. Nope. Oh well, I'm nearly at a new life anyway. She'll make up for the one I lost, so... Unfortunate, there we go. So yeah, it's... so I don't know where that is. Why this would have the... Oh, no, there again. The double jump didn't work, so now I can't get up there and get... Maybe I can get... If it'll work now... Get my extra life and my extra gems. Oh... That's just me being naff there. I missed those ones. So I'm definitely gonna get the poor bonus level of this one. There we go. But yeah, enemy types are also quite varied throughout the game. There's quite a lot of levels here. I think there's 20 in all at the end of the day, or 18. I forget exactly what it is. And of course, as you go through, you get more life bars and things. So it's one of those things, even though the levels themselves get more challenging, the game gets easier because you start getting extra life bars to absorb more hits. But all in all, that's not the first game that's done that. It's sort of easier as you go along. So how has it stood the test of time? That's the question. It is just a little, to say, the technical issues mainly. The fact you may or may not get your options if you want to rebind keys, but yeah, as I said, you don't want to be playing this with keys anyway. What? I didn't mean to jump off there. Being very poor indeed at the moment. Oh, come! Oh, that was just that's not the game. That's just me being. That was the game because it didn't do the double jump again. Proportion blame correctly, don't you guys worry. Yeah, so you get a lot of content. And of course, there's this fact they stuck with the irritating save system, or rather the password system, because it remembers how many lives and all that you've got when you come back to the game. It's fine there, and how much health you've got. But it doesn't actually remember how many gems you've picked up, which is annoying. So if you've just got 299 gems, one short of a new life, when you stop playing, then when you come back, you've lost all 299 gems. I have to recollect everything. Oh, we've got the speed for greed one. Oh. That. I always do really bad at this one. It does tell you with little pictures that if you've got to duck or jump. So it's a bit of a sort of speed job, but I always do really poor at it. I think it's up here. It's another life. Ah, yes, got the life. Cool. Don't know what I jumped there for. It says duck. It clearly says duck on the floor. Doesn't matter. I don't think I've ever completed this one. You get 3 lives that are separate of your normal lives for the bonus levels. That's something. I much prefer the pinball one. I can do really good at that one. I think you need to get 98% or more to... Wow, I did really bad there. So now we get our password. So what we'll do is we'll switch to Fargus for a little bit, just very briefly. But you can go back and replay the levels. That's one good thing if you want to try and grind for extra lives and gems. So that's it. That's his big thing. You lose the double jump, but you get this. Doesn't even recharge fast enough to get a double barrel hit on them like that. So this is basically, you would only pick Fargus if you want a more chat. I hit the spin button. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's why everyone plays Nikki. She is just so statistically better in every way, even with the slightly unreliable. Keep forgetting you can't chain them together. What? His one big thing is still pretty useless. So yes, I think we'll conclude our dealings here, gang. So as it stood the test of time, it is mainly the annoying technical issues rather than anything else. The unreliability of Nikki's double jump makes it a little bit more frustrating and challenging than it ought to be. And yeah, if you do want to try and play with keyboards, yeah, you might not be able to get to the options to rebind them anyway. As I say, if I try and show you them with my screen recorder on, it will crash it for sure. That was just poor play again. But and the annoyance of the music, only getting the one track per level, not the two like you get in the PlayStation version. But overall, it's varied. It's challenging enough. When it is working, it's good fun. It certainly is. As it goes on sale often enough, it's definitely worth picking up at a sale price if you like your old school platforming, or platforming in general. That bit stood remarkably well, especially the fact you can get it to play in modern resolutions. That's definitely a bonus. So yes, so we shall conclude our dealings here, gang. Pandamonium. Just a few technical issues holding it back, but outside of that, gameplay-wise, it's still mostly good. Exactly. I always missed this one. There we go. So anyway, all, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.